Fallout 76 has many places from West Virginia in the game. Today we're going to explore some of the places of West Virginia that are in the game Fallout 76. But first, let's learn about this game. It says on this website, West Virginia Explorer magazine, Fallout 76 is a role-playing video game played out in West Virginia, though in an alternate timeline in which much of the world has been annihilated by nuclear war. Many locales in the game are based on real-world locations in West Virginia, which has been renamed Appalachia in the game. The action in Fallout 76 takes place in AD 2102, 25 years after the ruinous conflict. Within the game, each player's character has been a resident of Vault 76, a fallout shelter built in hills east of the Ohio River, to house the nation's best and brightest minds. The character exits the vault on Reclamation Day as part of a plan to recolonize a wasteland. The West Virginia game world is called Appalachia and features many real locations as well as monsters including Mothman, the Grafton monster, and the Flatwoods monster, which were inspired by West Virginian folklore. David Sabre, publisher of West Virginia Explorer, confirmed after a meeting with developers at the Greenbrier in October the locations of many West Virginia sites within the Fallout 76 game and reiterated that he believed the game would have a significant impact in West Virginia. This is the spring house in White Sulphur Springs. I think that they did a really good job recreating the spring house for this game. This is a side entrance that goes into the Greenbrier Resort, and from this entrance you go right into the shopping mall.
Good evening.
In the game, the Greenbrier is called the White Spring Resort. This is the Greenbrier Presidential Cottage, and where the President's Cottage Museum is located.
Ma'am.
At your service, ma'am.
The stores are not the same as they are in the real Greenbrier Resort, but I actually think that they did a really good job of recreating the mall.
Today's security status is red. Please take appropriate precautions.
We bought this game solely because we learned that there were West Virginia places modeled in the game. However, we found out that this game is mostly a fighting game where you have to fight people that have turned into zombies from the radiation of the nuclear war, or animals that have been mutated by radiation. So I'm not particularly a fan of the game. I don't really like fighting games. However, I think they did a really good job at modeling real places in West Virginia.
I was out scavenging for food earlier. Only got attacked by scorched once.
We recognized this area immediately when we saw the wallpaper. We knew that we could head for the area that had the secret government bunker entrance in the Greenbrier. We took a tour there a few years ago, so we knew where to go to find the bunker, but when we got there, we found out that we could not get into the bunker.
Repairs will be completed shortly. Thank you for your patience.
Overall, I think the graphic designers did a wonderful job recreating actual places that are in the Greenbrier Resort.
I think I need a vacation from everything. Is that even possible?
Management will be
Cleaning
pleased to
this
hear of
place
all
up
the activity
actually
here.
gives me a sense
Now that
of
that's settled,
peace.
did
It is a
Miss
lot of
Sulphur-
work
I think I
to
have what it
maintain the
takes to be a
property.
responder.
Specifically asked, but
Oh, go on, dear. You know I'm thrilled. to
Orlando
have
is
if I
very
can.
charming. But to be honest with you, she did mention
The White Springs decor is refined and decadent.
Oh, I see.
Don't listen to any naysayers.
And Sophie's starting her donation drive today.
Need to do a
The
bit of
lovely
shopping?
Miss Wagner's
Look no
charitable
further
efforts.
than the
Yes,
refined goods
I
and
hadn't
excellent service
forgotten.
provided at the White Spring Mall.
Maintain situational awareness. The grounds are not secure.
Violation of hotel policies may result in detention.
Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent.
Can you believe we've got a birdie bird? That's a step up in the world if I've ever seen it.
There are quite a few radio telescopes from the Green Bank Observatory that are featured in this game. This is the Robert C. Byrd Green Bank Telescope, and it is the world's largest fully steerable radio telescope. I think they did a good job modeling this 3D object for the game. They call this area the National Isolated Radio Array for the game, but this is all based on Green Bank Observatory in West Virginia. This is the New River Gorge Bridge, which has now become a national park. Of course, this bridge is after a nuclear disaster, so not quite the same as in the real world.
Automated warning to all responders. Electric phone hands are out of control. Evacuate civilians and take down those supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
This is a walkway beneath the road of the bridge. Point Pleasant was not pleasant at all due to constant zombie attacks. However, in real life, Point Pleasant is worth visiting. I've been there one time and we went to the Mothman Museum and we really had a good time there. I think they did a really good job modeling the Mothman statue and the Mothman Museum in Point Pleasant. Silver Bridge collapse. In 1928, Silver Bridge was constructed. It was the first I-bar suspension bridge in the U.S. It served the communities of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and Gallipolis, Ohio, until December 15, 1967, where it collapsed tragically during rush hour traffic. 31 vehicles fell into the Ohio River, and all told, 46 people lost their lives. To prevent further tragedies of this nature, Congress adopted the National Bridge Inspection Standards in 1968. We actually saw the real memorial of the Silver Bridge collapse in Point Pleasant a few years ago. It was of interest to me because my grandfather wrote a poem about the Silver Bridge collapse. However, those of you that have watched the movie The Mothman Prophecies would remember this collapse towards the end of the movie. In the movie, the Mothman was trying to warn people of Point Pleasant about the impending catastrophe. Palace of the Winding Path in the game is meant to represent the Palace of Gold, which is located in Moundsville, or near Moundsville, in West Virginia. Now, they did a pretty good job trying to represent the Palace of Gold. It doesn't look quite like the real thing, but I still think they did a pretty good job. lastly, here is a sign from Grafton, West Virginia. My grandfather worked on the Tigard Dam, which is near Grafton. So I thought that I would include this at the end of the video. There are other places to find in this game, but for now we have settled on these few places. Thanks to Brian Hill for playing this game so that we can find all of these wonderful places.